Hello and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Arca Plasmor. It's basically a shotgun that shoots a few huge frigging energy wave that just completely cooks your enemy because it does a shit ton of damage in the form of radiation, and it makes me very happy. Seeing things go bye-bye is making me very happy. In a nutshell, this is a very, very good weapon. However, there are a few drawbacks. For one, the fire rate. It's basically a pump-action shotgun, and for some strange reason, every single frame in this game doesn't have the strength to pump this thing in a decent time, which is quite odd considering the size of Rhino. The next one is the reload speed. Now this is one that I can see a lot of people getting iffy about. For me, it doesn't bother me because I try to find weapons that are or would suit a different frame for different things, so I can concentrate on other areas of the weapon. Like, I don't have to worry too much about the reload or the fire rate, the pumping as it were, if everything is covered in sand. Now on the plus side, it's got a decent critical chance for a shotgun. However, the critical multiplier is arguable at 1.6. Its max damage is at 10 meters, is between fire and 10 meters, and its drop off is at 20, decreasing up to like 83%. Now the part that I'm most interested in is the fact that it looks amazingly like the actual BFG from Doom. Only joking, the part I am most interested in is the simple fact that this thing has a hell of a status chance. So I've done my utmost, as always, because it's me, to get this thing to 100% status chance. Now I've done a bit of playtesting with this, and it turns out that the status effect chance rate is not the same as other shotguns. It near enough acts as just a normal rifle, essentially. It just uses shotgun mods. So whether you want to go for 100% status chance or not is up to you. However, through quite a bit of playtesting, I have noted that if you can actually get the status chance to 100%, you near enough make that crit stat redundant. You will actually do more EHP wise just by going for stat, and it does actually give you the option to then put a bit more damage on. If you want to go for the crits, by all means go for the crits. We all loved seeing yellow numbers, they're not as boring as the white ones, but you are able to push the weapon beyond without using crit to avoid the crit. And I think that is largely due down to the wacky number of 1.6 critical multiplier. What the hell? Anyway, the weapon itself actually operates quite weirdly overall. It has an innate 2 meter punch through. However, if the central mass of this force wave elemental thing of death even touches any form of terrain, it renders the entire wave useless. It just cancels it out. It disappears. It's gone. However, if the edges sort of touch it, the wave does continue, but against enemies, you've got a full-on 2 meter punch through, which is lovely, to be honest. It's just a bit weird as to how it works with terrain. I've tried testing it out with actual punch-through mods. That doesn't seem to make a difference in regards to terrain, but it does obviously give you a lot more in the sense of enemies. Again, being an elemental weapon, you can do some wacky things with the damage setup, corrosive blast radiation, gas magnetic radiation, or just go for a lot of radiation with a bit of viral thrown in. You can do some great things with this weapon, and it can push pretty darn high on the levels as well. It does start to slow down with some of the heavier, larger armoured units such as the bombards and the heavy gunners, but as for the little guys, you can literally chew through them up to about level 300. Anyway, the build I'm using is prime point blank, obviously, shotgun savvy, toxic barrage, shell shock, Scattering Inferno, Hell's Chamber, Frigid Blast, and Contagious Spread. This gives me the 100% status chance, as well as puts Corrosive over the others. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you pretty darn soon. Ta-ra!